Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning con call. We'll start with technical and derivative updates first. So, what we saw on Friday is basically we opened with a sharp gap up and we filled that gap on the intraday basis, but we did manage to hold on to most of the gains and we closed near 15,700 mark with a percentage point worth of gains. And it was a broad-based rally wherein even the mid-cap and the small-cap too participated in the rally, and they too closed with the gains of over 1.5% worth gains. Even on the sectorial front, what we saw is barring Nifty IT, which closed in the red, all other major sectoral indices closed in the green, with Nifty Media being the best performing sector, which closed by up by 2.5%, while auto too closed with a 2% worth of gains. What is interesting about Nifty auto is that it is outperforming all the other sectors. Basically, it is the only sector which is above the 200-day moving average, and it is in a bull run of its own. So it is outperforming all the other sectors. Technically, what we can say for Nifty is that it did close at 8 days closing high, and it has also traded the inner swing high of 16,700, but it did close just below that. So now going forward, the 13th June gap, which is 16,170 and 15,887. This gap area will act as a strong resistance point for the index, while 15,300 and 15,400 for this series will act as a strong support zone. And if we trade the month or the year's low, that is 15,183, then fresh sell-off shall emerge. Even on Bank Nifty front, what we saw is it opened with a strong uptick and it managed to close with a gains of 1.5%. And even interestingly, Bank Nifty has traded the inside gap, inside swing high of 33,595, and it has closed above that. So that is a bit positive. But even for Bank Nifty, the 13th June gap down area, that is 34,350 and 33,775. This area will act as a resistance zone for the index. So going forward, we have to close this gap as soon as possible for any upward move if we want to entertain any of that sort. Even from the flow side, what we saw is FI did had a net sell figure of 2,353 crores, while DI had a net buy figure of 2,213 crores. And on derivative front, what we saw is that Nifty futures OI did show some long addition to the tune of 1.51% with an addition of 0.22 million shares. And now the total outstanding position currently stands at 14.35 million shares. Even the PCR OI saw a sharp uptake. It closed at 1.04 from its previous close of 0.98 levels. And on the option front, the put writers have shifted upwards. The major put writing was seen in 15,600 and 15,700 strikes with an addition of 1.49 and 1.12 million shares. And even the call writers have shifted upwards. The most additions were seen in 16,000 strike and 15,900 to the tune of 1.65 million and 2.64 million shares. Even Bank Nifty added some longs. Bank Nifty futures total OI stands at 28.88 lakh shares from its previous shares of 2.35 lakh. So there's some long addition in Bank Nifty futures too. And from the flow side in the derivatives, the FIs had a net buy figure in index futures was 667 crores. Index options, they had a net sell figure of 1018 crores. Stock futures, they had a net buy figure of 1408 crores, while stock options, they had a small net sell figure of 44.96 crores. Top 5 long additions were seen in Crompton, JK Cement, Escorts, and Syngene, while some shorts were seen in Elchem. And the securities that are in FNO band for today's trading sessions are RBL Bank, Indiabulls Housing Finance, Sun TV, and Delta Corp. And from the call front in the technical report, we have given buy in Bata. Bata we can buy in the range of 1728 to 1739. Stop can be placed at 1693, while the target is 1812. And in the derivative report, we have a buy call on BEL futures where you can buy in the range of 232 to 234. Stop can be placed at 228, Target is 243. So that's it from my end. I'll pass it over to Bunty sir for further research updates. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Nikunj. Good morning, sir, and good morning, team. Few updates from my side. Starting with on Indian hotels. Indian hotels has stepped into Manali, Himachal Pradesh, with the signing of new Selections Hotel located Kullu Manali Marg. The resort is a management contract with the Kullers. With the addition of this hotel, Indian hotel will have 3 hotels across brands in Himachal Pradesh, including 2 under development. Now, this allegation resort will have 33 rooms, and we see this very much positive with respect to Indian hotels company. And currently, we are also bullish and have a buy rating with a target price of 278. Overall, with the improvement in the travels, this is very much positive for the hotel industry also as such. Secondly, on the sector update, there is a news that Australian coking coal prices, which has corrected by 21% in last 6 months. The price for the premium grade coking coal in the beginning of the year was stood at $445 per ton, and now it has settled around $350 per ton levels in the last week of June. We expect the prices to ease in near term in next 6 months because Australia is planning to add capacity of 8.4 million tons. Also, it is planning to add another 14 million tons next year. So overall, it's very much positive for Indian companies as supply as well as prices will get cooled off. Sorry. Next is on the Zomato. The company has said that they have acquired Blink, or they will acquire Blink Commerce, which was previously known as Grofers India, for rupees 4,447 crores in stock deal. It will acquire approximately 33,018 equity shares of Blink Commerce and will allot 62.85 shares at price of 70.76 as consideration other than the cash. And this acquisition will get completed within 15 days from shareholder approval. It seems to be Zomato is trying to grow the market with respect to the acquisition part from Grofers, which is one of kind of a Zomato, which is in this in this market as well, which have a specialty of 10 minutes or 15 minutes delivery of groceries as such. Next is on the Wellspun Corp. The company has shared that they have got secured orders from India as well as from USA across oil, gas, and water sector, which is approximately of 47,000 metric ton worth rupees 600 crores. So that seems to be positive with respect to Wellspun Corp. Next is on the Dr. Reddy's. The Dr. Reddy's has shared that the company has acquired a portfolio of branded and generic injectable products from US based Eton Pharmaceuticals for an upfront payment of $5 million in cash plus contingent payments of up to $45 million. So that seems to be adding a more portfolio of a branded and generic injectable products with respect to Dr. Reddy's. Lastly, but more importantly, there is an article in the on the banking sector which suggests that corporates are now flocking back to banks for funds as alternate source of funding, such as domestic bond market and overseas borrowings have become costly. Also, the pickup in bank credit which we are seeing is also due to the drawdown of unutilized limits by Indian corporates because of the backdrop of the rising commodity prices. So, in short, that working capital limits or working capital ticket size get increased because of the more requirement of the increase in the commodity price. Also, the data suggests as of June 3, which is from the RBI latest data suggests that the credit growth for all across scheduled banks has increased to 11.9% on a YOY basis. And if we compare with the as of FY22 data, which was 9.5%, and if we compare with the FY21, which was 5.5%. So from 5.5% to 9.5%, now moving towards 12% as of June data, which suggests. So it shows that bank credit growth is continuously improving. Also, the reason for this is that the marginal cost of funds, which we say as the MCLR rate or the repo rate, against which the corporate loans are generally taken by these corporates, have not moved much as such. So if we see the data, it has increased between 70 to 90 bips kind of a thing. But if we try to compare with the NCDs, commercial papers, or bond market rates, that has increased by more than 150, 140 bips. So there is a good advantage the corporates have. That's why they are moving towards the bank credit, which is supporting the bank credit as well. So overall, what we are seeing in the bank credit growth is improving. Margins will not be impacted because of the rise in interest rate, because their yields improve, but cost of deposits come with the lag. Also, asset quality with respect to collection efficiency data, which has already been shared, is much positive. So overall, we believe in this scenario, banking sector is much positive, and we can have a bet on ICICI and HDFC Bank, which are our topics. That's it from my side. I will request to Prabhakar sir to take over.
Thank you, Vanti. Good morning, team. SDFC Bank, our targets is 2020. Very important. I think many people will be having objective kind of test where you need to know the targets of many of our stock which we give and report. So Sona BLW target is 770. ITC our target is 305. No, and Mahindra, we have one of the highest target in the industry, which is 1565. Kindly read our report. Morning report, previously our ATP was 8 and 13. Today, now the 5th and 6th page is very important for anyone in the morning report. Our previous ATP was 8 and 13. Today we have 10, 21, 34 and 55. Kindly go through that. There are many companies which give very high dividend now, and many things you need to learn. So Center has procured 52,460 tons of onion till end of this year for maintaining buffer stock. This is very important. Every year during monsoon, onion prices gradually has reached 100, 120 rupees, and it has impacted the inflation. So what the government has done in the last 3-4 years, during the lean season, they try and buy onions so that when the demand is very high, they will sell in the market, which is keeping the prices stable for onions. India has offered an attractive financial package for its Tejas Light Compact LCA. LCA it is called, has also committed that it can keep Malaysia's fleet of Su-30 jets. They have about 18 numbers, and Hindustan Aeronautics has the spares, and it will be able to maintain, because these Su-30 jets are from Russia, where India has an expertise, and they have the power also to maintain and supply this thing. So I think Indians are getting into few things where other armies or navies or their fighter jets also can be maintained by India. Hindustan Aeronautics is one stock which makes regular all-time high. The other stock is Mahindra. In all these markets, Mahindra and HIL has been outperforming, and they are making all-time high, which is very important for traders. Any stock which moves higher, and also auto as a sector has not been correcting. They are moving higher. Let it be Maruti, Mahindra, even Bajaj Auto. Now every auto stocks have been outperforming the market during the correction, and even during the fall, they have been performing better. Zomato Board of Directors has approved acquisition of Blinkit. Previously, it was called Grofers. The deal is valued at 4,447 crores or $550 million, which is very expensive. And we already we don't like the stock anyway. This makes the stock even more worse. So we need to avoid the stock for time being. Now, Tata Power and NTPC, very important news. I've already posted Tata Power and their achievement. NTPC has installed a renewable energy capacity. So they have total capacity of 2 gigawatt. 2 GW. They have commissioned about 92 MW megawatt floating solar capacity in Kerala, spreading over 480 acres. This project was done by Tata Power for NTPC. This is positive for both NTPC as well as Tata Power. We are more positive on Tata Power for a long-term purpose, not immediately. The EPFO, they have added about 12.6 lakh subscriber in ESIC scheme in April 2022. In the last 4 years, from April 2017 to April 22, they have added about 6.6 crore people. This is something very positive for India. This is more of unorganized people who have got into the system. India Forex reserve has dropped in the last 2 weeks almost by 10 billion. It is now at 590 billion as of June 17. Adani Enterprises achieves financial closure of Kutch Copper Limited project, and they have raised a debt for 6,071 crores. So these are few things which we have told before. So which can be useful at a later point of time. Bunty talked about Indian hotel opening, a resort, a hotel in Himachal, and we need to understand Indian hotel has 212 hotel as per the balance sheet and 25,000 rooms, and Indian hotel ARR average revenue per room is 4,600 last year, and by FY21 Indian hotel will have 300 hotels and 30,000 rooms. And previously I have said this, July 18 Parliament is starting. GNFC for FY23 they expect a revenue of 10,000 crores. Bajaj Auto cash in their balance sheet is 19,000 crores, and China has started to buy broken rice from India. So these are few things which will be useful. If you have written down, you will do very good. Now with that, over to you, Sitija.
थैंक यू सर. गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. हम लोग एक कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं. इंडियन होटल्स ने कल एक होटल जो है मनाली में हिमाचल प्रदेश में उनके साथ साइनिंग किया है, न्यू सिलेक्शन होटल करके. ये जो लोकेटेड है वो कुल्लू मनाली मार्ग में, और जो रिसोर्ट का जो मैनेजमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया है वो कुलर के साथ है. अभी हम लोग ओवरऑल देखे जाए तो हिमाचल प्रदेश में अभी तक अक्रॉस ब्रांड 3 होटल्स है, 2 अंडर डेवलपमेंट है, और जो ये न्यू सिलेक्शन रिसोर्ट है उसके 33 रूम्स है. तो हमारा ये स्टॉक पे पॉजिटिव रेटिंग है. और इसके अलावा अभी तक इंडियन होटल के 212 होटल्स है और 25,000 रूम्स है, और उनका ये ईयर में टारगेट की वो 300 होटल्स करेंगे और 30,000 रूम्स रहेगी. और कंपनी का जो ARR है, मतलब एवरेज रेंटल रेवेन्यू, वो 4600 है लास्ट ईयर का जो है अपडेट वो. तो ओवरऑल ये स्टॉक पे हम लोग पॉजिटिव है, और करंटली बाय रेटिंग है, और जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 278 है. नेक्स्ट अपडेट मेटल सेक्टर के ऊपर है. जो ऑस्ट्रेलियन कुकिंग कोल प्राइस है वो करेक्ट हो चुकी है 21% से लास्ट 6 मंथ्स में. जो प्रीमियम ग्रेड कुकिंग कोल जो बिगिनिंग में ईयर में जो था वो $445 था, और अभी जो है वो $350 है लास्ट वीक जो जून में डेटा आया उसके हिसाब से. बट अभी हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि ये जो प्राइजेस है नियर नेक्स्ट 6 मंथ्स में वो थोड़ी ईज होगी, क्योंकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने प्लानिंग किया है कि वो जो कैपेसिटी है वो उसका एडिशन करेंगे 8.4 मिलियन टन से, और उसके अलावा और नेक्स्ट ईयर में और एडिशन करेंगे 14 मिलियन टन का. सो ओवरऑल एक पॉजिटिव रहेगा इंडियन कंपनीज के जो प्राइजेस के हिसाब से, और जो सप्लाई इशू है वो थोड़ा बहुत कूल ऑफ होगा. जोमेटो के ऊपर अपडेट है कि जो कंपनी है वो ब्लिंक कॉमर्स, मतलब जो प्रीवियसली ग्रोफर्स इंडिया थी, उसको अक्वायर करने वाली है. और ये जो स्टॉक का डील है उसकी वैल्यू है 4,447 करोड़. कंपनी अक्वायर करेंगी 33,018 इक्विटी शेयर्स ब्लिंक कॉमर्स से. सो और जो उसमें जो ब्लिंक कॉमर्स के जो पीस रहेंगे वो 62 इक्विटी शेयर्स अलॉट करेंगे, जो प्राइस रहेगी वो 17.76 पीस रहेगी कंसिडरेशन जो है उसके हिसाब से। और ये जो एक्विजिशन है वो कंप्लीट होगा नेक्स्ट 15 डेज में, एक बार शेयर होल्डर्स का अप्रूवल आने के बाद। बट ये स्टॉक पे हमारा व्यू इतना अच्छा नहीं है, नेगेटिव है, और हम लोग को ये कंपनी पसंद नहीं है, तो ये कंपनी को अवॉइड करेंगे तो बेटर रहेगा। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है वेल्समन क्रॉप के ऊपर। कंपनी को एक ऑर्डर मिला है इंडिया और यूएस से अक्रॉस जो ऑयल एंड गैस एंड वाटर सेक्टर है उससे, और ये जो ऑर्डर है वो 47,000 मिलियन टन की है, और जो इसकी वर्थ है वो 1600 करोड़ है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है डॉक्टर रेड्डी के ऊपर। कंपनी ने जो पोर्टफोलियो है उसमें जो ब्रांडेड और जेनरिक इंजेक्टेबल प्रोडक्ट्स हैं उसको अक्वायर्ड किया है यूएस बेस्ड जो कंपनी है एटॉन फार्मास्यूटिकल से, और जो उन्होंने अपफ्रंट पेमेंट किया है 5 मिलियन का कैश में, और जो प्लस कंडीशन पेमेंट रहेगा वो अप्रॉक्स $45 मिलियन होगा। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है बैंकिंग सेक्टर के ऊपर। बैंकिंग सेक्टर का एक जो आर्टिकल आया था उसमें जो कॉर्पोरेट्स है वो लार्ज नंबर में बैंक के पास फंड्स के लिए जा रहे हैं, जैसे कि उनका जो अल्टरनेटिव सोर्स था फंडिंग का, जो डोमेस्टिक बॉन्ड मार्केट्स का और ओवरसीज बोरिंग का, वो कॉस्टली हो रहा है दिन ब दिन। और जो आरबीआई का डेटा आया उसमें क्रेडिट ऑफ टेक का वो एज ऑन जून 3 2022 तक अभी रिवर्स होके 11.88% हुआ है ईयर ऑन ईयर में। और सेम लास्ट ईयर जून 4 2021 में हम लोग डेटा देखें तो 5.61% था। अब ये जो क्रेडिट रेटिंग जो डिमांड की हेल्दी डिमांड है, तो वो एक है कि जो मार्जिनल कॉस्ट ऑफ फंड MCLR जो लेंडिंग रेटिंग है वो ज्यादा बढ़ नहीं रही है, और उसके कंपैरिजन में जो NSD है और मतलब नॉन कन्वर्टेबल डिबेंचर्स कमर्शियल पेपर्स उसकी जो रेट्स है वो 140 और 150 बेसिस पॉइंट से बढ़ रहे हैं। तो ये एक नॉर्मली गुड एडवांटेज है कॉर्पोरेट्स के लिए, और बैंकिंग क्रेडिट ग्रोथ भी इम्प्रूव हो रहा है। तो बैंकिंग स्टॉक में हमारा ICICI बैंक टॉप पिक है। कोई जो अभी हम लोग जो स्टॉक्स बोलते हैं लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से उसके आपको टारगेट्स पता होने चाहिए। तो HDFC बैंक का हमारा टारगेट है 2020। उसके अलावा ITC का जो टारगेट है वो 305 है। सोनाकॉम स्टार का हमारा टारगेट है वो 717 है, और M&M का 1565 टारगेट है। इसके अलावा जो हमारा मॉर्निंग रिपोर्ट है उसमें पहले 8 डे ATP 13 डेज ATP था, बट अभी लास्ट वीक में भी हम लोगों ने जो प्रेजेंटेशन लिया उसमें भी हम लोगों ने आपको ATP और पिवोट के जो कैलकुलेशन है उसका ट्रेनिंग दिया था आपको भी और क्लाइंट्स को भी। तो आप ये रिपोर्ट रेफर कर सकते हो। अभी हमारा रिपोर्ट में 10 डेज 21 डेज 34 डेज और 55 डेज का ATP हम लोगों ने चेंज किया है, तो आप एक बार ये रिपोर्ट्स का फायदा लेके ट्रेड उस हिसाब से कर सकते हो। इसके अलावा हाई डिविडेंड देने वाले स्टॉक्स भी उसके ऊपर भी हमारा हाई डिविडेंड यील्ड का रिपोर्ट आता है, तो आप ये भी रिपोर्ट्स को एक बार गो थ्रू कर सकते हो। सेंटर एवरी ईयर जो ड्यूरिंग मानसून में जो ऑनियन प्राइस बढ़ती है उसके लिए सेंटर ने ट्राई एंड बाय ऑनियन किया है। तो जैसे डिमांड ज्यादा बढ़ेगी तो प्राइस स्टेबल करने के लिए ये सेंटर ने सेटलमेंट की है। नेक्स्ट इंडियन हाँ, नेक्स्ट अपडेट है डिफेंस सेक्टर के ऊपर। डिफेंस सेक्टर में जो प्रोडक्शन है लाइट कॉम्बैट एयरक्राफ्ट का, और इसके अलावा जो हेलीकॉप्टर है इजिप्ट में वो इंडिया को मिला है, और ये एक्सपोर्ट करने की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिडल ईस्ट और नॉर्थ अफ्रीका रीजन में है। और ओवरऑल ये सेगमेंट में हम लोग काफी दिन से डिफेंस सेक्टर में पॉजिटिव है, तो इसमें HCL अभी ऑल टाइम हाई कर रहा है इतने करेक्टिव मार्केट में भी। इसके अलावा ऑटो सेक्टर में M&M भी आउट परफॉर्म कर रहा है। तो ये इम्पोर्टेंट है ट्रेडर के लिए कि HCL और M&M ये करेक्टिव मार्केट में भी ऑल टाइम हाई कर रहे हैं। जो स्टॉक्स ऑलवेज हाई मूव करते हैं वो ऑलवेज मूव हाई करते हैं। ऑटो सेक्टर में हम लोग देखे जाए कि बहुत से स्टॉक्स है, मारुति है, बजाज ऑटो है, काफी अच्छे से आउट परफॉर्म किए हैं, ज्यादा करेक्ट नहीं हो चुके हैं। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है टाटा पावर और NTPC के ऊपर। NTPC ने एक नॉन रिन्यूएबल पावर प्लांट इंस्टॉल किया है, और उसकी जो ये है वो 2 गीगावाट है, और जो कमीशन रहेगा वो 92 मेगावाट का रहेगा। और ये जो उनके लिए ये इंस्टॉल किया टाटा पावर के लिए, टाटा पावर ने NTPC के लिए, तो ये पॉजिटिव रहेगा दोनों कंपनी के लिए। पर लॉन्ग टर्म हम लोग टाटा पावर के ऊपर ज्यादा पॉजिटिव है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट इंडियन फॉरेक्स का डेटा आया। इंडियन फॉरेक्स का डेटा जो है उसके हिसाब से इंडिया का जो फॉरेक्स है वो ड्रॉप डाउन हुआ है 10 मिलियन से, और अभी जून 17 तक 5 बिलियन डेटा है। अदानी पावर की जो डेप्ट है वो राइज हो रही है 6,000 करोड़ से, और लास्ट टाइम भी हम लोगों ने बहुत से अपडेट दिया था कि जून वो एक इम्पोर्टेंट है, तो आप एक ध्यान में रखिए जून 18 से पार्लियामेंट सेशन स्टार्ट होने वाला है। बजाज ऑटो की जो कैश रिजर्व है वो 19,000 करोड़ है, और चाइना इंडिया से ब्रोकन राइस इंपोर्ट करने वाली है। That's it from my end. Thank you everyone for joining the morning con call. Have a nice day.